Hey everyone, welcome back to Paper Highlighter. If you're a 90 Day Fiancé fan, you've probably been following the ups and downs of Natalie Mordovtseva and Josh Weinstein. But did you know Josh had a high-profile relationship before Natalie? Today, we're diving into the untold story of Josh Weinstein's ex-wife and what really went down between him and Natalie. Josh was married to a woman named Candace Mishler. In a recent episode of 90 Day, The Single Life Season 3, Natalie met Josh's ex-wife, Candace Mishler, for the very first time. The meeting took place during a lake outing, where Natalie also learned that Josh's son, Jet, whom he shares with Candace, would be joining them. Josh had previously shared that Candace owned a boat and had invited them for a day on the water. He emphasized to Natalie that both Candace and Jet were important parts of his life, encouraging her to be herself and expressing hope that everyone would get along. "I don't know if it's normal to be friends with your exes," Natalie admitted. Natalie felt uneasy about the close bond between Josh and Candace, questioning whether it was appropriate for exes to remain so close, despite the fact that she herself was still legally married to Mike and had even confessed she wouldn't be able to choose between Mike and Josh if forced. Nevertheless, she tried to keep an open mind, recognizing that Josh and Candace had known each other since they were teenagers and shared a long history that clearly shaped their enduring connection. "Candace is a very beautiful woman," Natalie said upon meeting her. Natalie was visibly stunned by Candace's appearance, and later confessed that she regretted not dressing more provocatively for the outing, opting instead for a simple black t-shirt. She jokingly noted that Candace looked like she arrived naked for the casual get-together. On her part, Candace revealed in a confessional that she and Josh had been married for 9 years and remained best friends after their split. She explained that they still talked every day and maintained an unusually close friendship. "I tell him, I love you," Candace shared. "People sometimes think that we are together." The episode highlighted the complexities of post-divorce relationships and the emotional challenges of dating someone with such deep-rooted ties to a former partner. What did Candace think about Natalie? Candace Mishler, Josh's ex-wife, believes it's important for her to have a say in the women Josh dates, something she feels he genuinely respects. According to Candace, although she and Josh had once been married, they eventually agreed they were better as friends, and she is currently in a relationship with someone else. Still, their close bond has been a source of discomfort for many of Josh's former partners. Candace noted that Natalie stood out from Josh's usual type, not because she accepted their friendship, but because she didn't fit the mold of the younger women with a particular look that Josh typically dated. Despite the differences, Candace didn't seem optimistic about Natalie and Josh's future together. In an interview with In Touch, Candace revealed she was pretty confident that if things ended between Josh and Natalie, she and Josh would rekindle their romance. She also claimed that many of Josh's friends and business associates agreed it was time for him to move on. Candace said she had even predicted their eventual breakup and admitted to, quote, kind of waiting in the corner for Josh to end things with Natalie. At the time of these remarks, Josh and Natalie were gearing up for their return in The Single Life Season 4, with tensions already simmering behind the scenes. Josh and Candace's son Jet met with a shocking accident. In February 2024, Josh shared heartbreaking news on Instagram. His son, Jet, had been seriously injured in a tragic car accident. The crash occurred on February 4th, as Jet and his friend, Jackson Elliott, were returning from a snowboarding trip in Flagstaff. Their vehicle collided with a guardrail on I-17 near Cortez Junction. The impact claimed Jackson's life instantly. Jet, who had been reclined in his seat, was impaled by the guardrail and suffered critical injuries. Doctors gave Jet just a 5% chance of survival and warned that he could lose both legs. Against the odds, Jet pulled through but ultimately lost his right leg. His journey toward recovery has been chronicled on social media by both Josh and Jet's mother, offering glimpses into his remarkable resilience. By April 2024, Jet had begun returning to some of his normal routines, going to the gym, riding his razor, and grilling tri-tip as he started physical therapy and adjusted to life with a prosthetic leg. In May, Josh marked a major milestone on Instagram, sharing that it had been 100 days since the accident. He proudly announced that Jet had received his prosthetic and expressed optimism about the road ahead, celebrating his son's strength and determination. Candace appeared on Naked and Afraid. 90 Day The Last Resort starred Josh's ex, Candace Mishler, also stepped into the spotlight on Naked and Afraid. She appeared in Season 15, Episode 6, titled Beauty and the Beasties, where she braved the unforgiving wilderness of Zambia. However, due to the extreme conditions, Candace had to tap out early and was unable to complete the challenge. In 2023, she made a return on the spin-off series, Naked and Afraid: Castaways, but her journey was cut short once again, this time after just 8 days, due to a serious bacterial infection. Though she didn't finish either survival challenge, Candace has been candid about her experiences and remains committed to personal growth through outdoor adventure and survival training.